Every time you open your phone, something quiet is shaping you in the background. Every time you picked up your phone to scroll, you were being conditioned by a system designed to keep you coming back. They just needed to do one thing: make the feed so compelling that you couldn't turn away. To the algorithm, you're just a set of eyeballs. Click buttons, watch videos, that's your entire purpose. And it's been training your behavior to keep you that way, only for as long as you're useful. This isn't about doom scrolling. This is about the person you become after years of training yourself for more screen time. In today's society, parents have been replaced by the algorithm, and nobody even knows they're being raised by it, even well into their adulthood. The algorithm has one goal: not your growth, monetization. Everything else, every recommendation, every autoplay, is infrastructure built around that single objective. It figured out something early. The vision is the new currency. Outrage keeps people watching. Extreme opinions get pedestalized over truth. Tribal content holds your attention because it gives you an enemy to fight, and your entire identity quietly builds itself around it. The algorithm doesn't care about your well-being. Stop engaging and you just get replaced. The ideal user is a young man without a foundation. The algorithm replaced your friends, your family, your real-life experiences because scrolling felt safer than reality, and it filled that space with content that told you exactly who you were and what to engage with. The man who felt like a loser got unrealistic ideas on discipline. The man who felt lonely got endless red pill content. These are tribes that exist only to validate your negative experiences. Most men believe they're waking up, but many are just being rerouted into new cages. But it's not just the platform doing this. There's a class of men who figured out how to weaponize it directly against you. Gurus, influencers who learn that half-truths outperform lies. A lie is easy to reject. A half-truth carries enough reality to bypass your filter. It lands, and once it's in, it's almost impossible to remove. These men are not your mentors. They are your monetizers. All they see is a possibility for profit. Your confusion is their revenue model. Their opinions become your opinions. Their enemies become your enemies. You prop them up like they're your leader, and their words get taken as gospel. You become a cookie-cutter version of the people you follow. No originality, just a copy. People used to blame school for killing self-expression in the name of conformity. The truth is, it never actually left. It just got reskinned and moved into your pocket. But here's what nobody talks about. The real damage isn't what they put in your head. It's what happens inside when you live by it. Your identity shifts with the feed because you don't actually have a foundation. Today you're disciplined, tomorrow you're nihilistic. These half-truths become your full truths. You live them out like they mean everything to you. You argue for hours online, but you never test a single belief against real life. And that's when the self-fulfilling prophecy kicks in. Extreme content, extreme beliefs, carried into your relationships. Extremism starts to look normal. And when things fall apart, you blame the world for it. But here's the worst part. You ran away from your true self and replaced it with the algorithm because you didn't like what you saw in the mirror. It's much easier to let it raise you, to tell you what to do, where to go, and how to behave. Men think they're choosing their identity online. In reality, the algorithm decides who you can become. So what's the exit? Because it's not what you think. Most men hear this and immediately think delete the apps and touch grass. It's only half the answer. The problem is, the algorithm isn't evil. That framing is too easy. It didn't create the void. It found one that was already there, a man without a stable internal framework, and filled it before you even noticed it was empty. Which means logging off doesn't fix anything. You just find something else to fill that silence. The real problem is the silence itself. There used to be space between you and the world. Quiet moments where your mind could slow down and figure out what you actually believed in. Now the feed is there first, filling every gap before a thought can actually form. And without that space, you don't build your own certainty. You consume someone else's. That's the difference. Consume certainty versus earn certainty. The exit is building a life full enough that the algorithm becomes background noise instead of the main event. A life where the feed stops being the most interesting thing available to you. The algorithm is just a tool, but tools only serve men who already know what you're building. But here's the honest truth. The self-silencing didn't start here. It started much earlier, in a life already decaying long before the feed showed up, slowly enough that you never actually noticed it happening. That's what the previous video maps out, the patterns that made you available to all of this in the first place. If that landed, this one will finish the picture. You can watch someone next by clicking the video on the screen.